Well, I'm hoping to see some lightning tonight, although the weatherman says it's not going to be any rain. Well, there's going to be plenty of rain, all right. Winds, thunder, lightning. He wants to tell the storm.
I woke last night to the sound of thunder. Wait on the thunder. Waiting on the thunder.
Rebels! What's going on, guys? I know it's like a surprise live. It's just one of those spirit of the moment lives I figured I wanted to do. I got Mr. B in here. What's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you. Two more people in the chat, which is cool. It's not gonna be a real long live, but me and a buddy of mine were talking about the movies today, movie theater, and how we love the theater. I've loved the theater since I was a kid. One of my favorite pastimes was going to the movies, going to movie theater. But like we were talking about, there's not that many good movies out anymore. I mean, there are, but like, theaters have 15, 20 screens now, and it's like, I can't name 4 movies that are in the theater right now, and before, when I was a kid, I always wanted to go to movies. I was looking forward to this movie, looking forward to that movie. Your brother worked at the cinema. I worked at the cinema. That was actually my very first job, Mr. B. When I was 16 years old, I worked at Cinema 7, which is now Cinema 10 here in Springfield, Ohio. And that was my very first job, and I loved it. I fell in love with the theater. Loved going to the movies. Absolutely loved going to the movies. But, like, it's hard to name all the movies that are out right now. You know what I mean? It's just they're not very attractive movies. I hate to say that, but, like now, give or take, like, there may be free popcorn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love popcorn. There might be a new Marvel movie coming out and everybody wants to go see it, right? Or there may be a new DC movie coming out, Batman or something. Everybody wants to go see it. I mean, I'm down. Same way. Star Wars, same way, right? But so we were talking about movie theaters and stuff, talking about movies. And the reason why I bring this up is I'm going to the movies tonight. We're going to go see Wolfman, okay? And my wife, her friends was like, we want to go to the movies tonight, blah, blah, blah. And they were talking about these movies. Flight Risk was one of them. Wolfman was the other we had to pick. I'm like, I don't even know what those are. I mean, I know who the Wolfman is, of course, just by the name. So we watched the trailer for Wolfman. And I felt like they told us the whole story in that 1-minute trailer, right? And then we watched a trailer for the Flight movie with Mark Wahlberg. Flight Risk. And that was like a 45-second, movie clip. And it felt like we knew what was going on in that movie. And it's like they're giving you the plot and everything in this quick trailer, right, to get you intrigued to see this movie. It's like they're really trying hard, And I say all the time, like, I love older movies. And I love rewatching older movies because back then, before the CGI, before all of the computer generated image stuff, that actor had to sell themselves, right? That actor had to be a fantastic actor because the whole movie revolved around that actor, right? That actor had to really sell it because if he didn't, there was no CGI cool stuff blowing up in the background or anything that would draw your attention. Your attention was on that actor, right? Yes, I want to see that. I want to see that. I heard that's not bad. Mr. B. No, stop. Excuse me. Yes, I heard that's not bad. Not for us to. I know that it's generated towards the original, but yeah, I heard it's not bad. I would like to see that. That sounds pretty cool. But like, I can't think of a handful of movies that's playing in the theater right now. And what scares me and worries me because I love the movie theater. You heard it was really good. Yeah, I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. But what scares me the most is like, we used to have drive-ins, right? I love the drive-ins. I had a lot of fun time at the drive-ins, teenager and on. I had a lot of fun time at the drive-ins. And the drive-ins now is like, they're obsolete. Like you can hardly find them drive-ins anymore, right? And absolutely, Mr. B. That's what I'm getting to right now. Everyone is lazy now. Absolutely. Did COVID ruin our movies? I mean, is that what happened? You know, that we realize, I mean, we're in a day and age now. Say I want McDonald's, right? I could get on the app and have them deliver McDonald's to my house. Say I want to watch a movie, I get on Amazon and rent whatever I want, even stuff that's in the theaters right now. I can rent it on Amazon, right? If I need to order something, I order off Amazon. I mean, we're spoiled. We are spoiled and lazy, like you said. Rather stay at home and stream movies. A lot of people, yeah. So what scares me is, are we going to lose movie theaters? Because, like I said, we've already lost our drive-ins, right? The experience of going to the movie theater, having a popcorn, what I love the most. This is what I love the most about movie theaters, and it's selfish of me, and I don't care. We could be sitting here watching a movie at home, and Blue Eyes does this. Right? She's on her phone. Just for a second. I'm just looking at this. Well, for me, I'm the type of person where I get distracted easily. I guess I can say, okay. I don't know if I can say I have ADD. I don't know, but I get distracted easily. So like when I'm watching a movie, I want to watch a movie. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there watching a movie, and if I see this light come on, I mean we've got a 75-inch TV. I mean, it's a nice TV. The sound is not bad, but as soon as I see that little light, when it's dark, I'm like, look over for me. I can't help it. Now I missed a part of the movie, even if it's something small. And she's like, I'm just looking at this right now or whatever, just, whatever. And at the movie theater, you don't really see that. You don't really see people grabbing that phone. It's dark. We all have to be quiet and we all have to concentrate on the movie. And it's like, I can actually drift away, watch that movie, be a part of that movie, in my mind. Absolutely. COVID killed a lot of our outdoor activities. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Older folks are streaming movies with the cheap flat screens and kids are playing games. You've hit the nail on the head. You've hit the nail on the head, Mr. B. And it's like, I'm missing it, dude. I don't know. Am I throwing a fit? Am I a 44, almost 47-year-old grown man throwing a fit because I want my movie theaters and I want my drive-ins? I think so. I think so. But it's like, man, I love that whole atmosphere. I love that whole atmosphere. We went to Kings Island during the Winterfest thing that they have. And they had this like homemade like little drive-ins with a couple old cars sitting out there, and they're watching It's a Wonderful Life, right? And that's one of my favorite movies, And I'm just walking by and I'm glancing at it and I'm like, this is so cool. And it just brought me back to that drive-in feeling for a minute. The sound of gravel, cars drive by, headlights, the smell of somebody smoking something over here, and you're like, man, or these people over here are being a little too loud because they're drinking or whatever. And it's just that whole atmosphere of the drive-ins. Kids nowadays, teenagers stuff, are not going to experience that. They're not going to experience that, Sneaking your friends into the drive-ins in the trunk, they're not going to experience that. I've even noticed that Christmas shopping wasn't the same. Yeah, people ordering stuff off Amazon stuff. In fact, Black Friday, yeah, for sure. Black Friday, the sales weren't even that good. It's like, they used to have stuff out. People were fighting over stuff. I remember going to Walmart and there were skids and they were in black saran wrap. And they were for Black Friday. And at certain times, they would ring this bell and they'd rip the skids open, right? And a lot of times the customers are ripping the skids open. They're trying to get the stuff before it's gone. I didn't see nothing like that on this Black Friday at all. And I feel like we're losing little bits, and it's like I was saying, like by the drive-ins, Hayden's never going to, I mean, he went to drive-ins a little bit when he was young with us, but he's not really going to remember that. You know what I mean? Like sitting outside, we went to a drive-ins that was in Fairborn, sometimes called Skyborn. And Skyborn had an airport right beside it. So a lot of times me and Blue Eyes would be sitting on my 1974 Maverick, and we're sitting on the hood, just me and her with a blanket on, watching a movie. And you look up and you see a plane getting ready to land at the airport, and you're outside, and it makes you realize, the stars, the moon, you're outside listening to the movie. And I miss that. I miss the hell out of that. You can't Phil, what's up, man? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. But yeah, it's not really a rant that I'm doing. I wanted to talk about the movies with you guys. I wanted to make sure I'm not losing my mind by, talking about there's hardly any movies out there anymore. It's like Star Wars, right? For instance, like all these series that Star Wars is making, it's like and they stream it on their channel. You know, they stream it on the Disney Plus, and it's like, why even go to the theater to watch a Star Wars movie if they're gonna make something new and stream it right there at your house? You know, I have to admit though, you can find better gift ideas online than checking every store person. That's true. That's true. And you can find better deals too. But so yeah, so we're gonna go see Wolfman tonight, you know, in the theater. And it's like, the more I thought about it, I was talking to a buddy of mine today, you know, the more I thought about it, yeah, there's not that many movies out there. Not anything that we can be like, man, I don't know. Like, you know, like I remember when I was a teenager, we're like, man, do I want to see Edward Scissorhands? Like, I'd be bringing girls on dates. So I used to work in movie theater, so I'd gotten for free. So I'd be bringing girls to dates. We're like, man, do we want to see Edward Scissorhands? Or, you know, do we want to see, I don't know, The Lion King? Like, I mean, there's probably bad references. But just all these different movies. You know what I mean? Scream. Do you want to see Scream? You want to see I Know What You Did Last Summer? All these movies, and there was just like so many to choose from. I remember looking at the marquee signs, like, man, there's so many movies. What do I want to see? And arguing with your buddies and stuff. Well, man, I want to see that. Well, I want to see this, you know? Nowadays, it seems like you go to the movies and there's like such a small amount to choose from. You know what I mean? It's like they're not making movies anymore. I understand they are making, you know, like, you know, our Avengers movies, you know, our Marvel, DC, Star Wars. But when they do them, when they do those movies at the theaters, I don't know if you guys realize, but like a lot of times it's not showing any other like real big movies around the same time, or it'll be like one against the other. Maybe there'll be two movies that are hot, you know what I mean? But it's not like that big handful of movies anymore. Ultra Carterzilla, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Here, I didn't know there was a live. It's a rant, I guess. It's a 47-year-old man throwing a fit about movies. It's what I think it is. Mr. B, great seeing you, buddy. Likewise, my friend. But I was talking to Blue Eyes a little bit about it, you know, and she was like, yeah, you know, I said, you know what? So I'm going to talk to the community about it for a minute. I mean, I'm sorry I don't have enough time to go live as much as I used to. But I've got a few minutes before we go to this movie. We're not going until 7 o'clock. So I figured, why not sit down here with you guys, talk about movies a little bit, have a beer, have one beer. You know, I haven't had a beer for a while with you guys. So share a beer, you know, instead of coffee, share a beer, and we'll talk about movies a little bit. I love talking to the community when I get a chance, man. It's awesome. This Friday will mark my 4 years being on Instagram and YouTube. The Jazzware Halo unboxing Real Friday. Celebrate my 4 years on Instagram. That's awesome, bro. Congratulations. I actually just hit 5 years on YouTube. And I posted it on Facebook. I'm not sure if I posted on Instagram or not. But yeah, I've been on here for 5 years, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And matter of fact, this this video is, if I'm pretty sure this video is number 996. I only need 4 more videos, and I'll be at 1,000 videos on this channel, which is pretty amazing. Speaking of movies, I made it clear to Nerd affiliates live that I will now watch Jurassic World Rebirth, as I hate Dominion and angry that they gave lead role to overrated actress Scarlett Johansson. That's another thing too. Ultra Carterzilla is like they find these actors, man, and it's like, then they keep changing actors. Like I feel like, I mean, not with the Marvel movies. I think they've done pretty well with those. But like with the DC movies, how many Batmans have we had so far? You know what I mean? And they can say it's different multiverses and all that stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like they can't sell it like they used to. You know, like they can't sell it like they used to. Like Heath Ledger playing a Joker, in my eyes, was amazing. Like, I love Jack Nicholson as a Joker. I really did. I really, really loved his performance. But Heath Ledger just put a twist on it, and it was just so unbelievable how he played that role. And I've just not seen actors like that here lately. I can't remember the last time I've seen a movie where I'm like, man, I love that movie. Or, man, I love the ending of that movie. Like, if we go back a few years, like the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't want to see it. I thought it was too much like Star Wars. I didn't know anything about them. I watched it, and I freaking loved it. And I talked about it forever. I'm like, Guardians of the Galaxy is the bomb. That's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, blah, blah, blah. And I've not said that here lately about a lot of movies I've watched, and I'm pretty current. I've watched a lot of movies, and I'm just not that impressed. Should have given the roles to Rinko Kalachi and Alan Richardson. Andrew Garfield was there underrated and deserved more love. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it just depends on who they can get to play a role, I guess. But it's like movies are so crazy now too, like the way the money is. Like it's so actors want so much money, and it's like I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably just throwing a fit, but I would hate to lose movie theaters, man. I would hate for it to be so digital, which digital is a nice convenience, it's cool, but to not have a theater anymore, I mean, anyone who thinks movie experiences are going away has not spent enough time with artists and their egos. I hope movies are not going away, but like I've said, a lot of these movie theaters are not playing with their full potential. They've got 16 screens, 20 screens. They're showing 6 or 7 movies. I mean, like I said, I can't name more than just a handful, not even a handful of movies that are in a theater anymore. Captain Spaulding, what's up, man? Hello, brother. We got some thunder in Cali. Yeah, welcome, man. Bringing the thunder tonight. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. But like, I love speaking of Captain Spaulding, man. Speaking of Captain Spaulding, I love the horror movies. I love a good scare. But it's like a lot of times the story is not there. I haven't seen anything, that I've been really excited about for a while. Like I said, we're gonna go see Wolfman tonight. I'm hoping I don't get disappointed. You know what I mean? I feel like they need to put more work into movies instead of just showing them on digital and on demand. Put a little more work into movies and have more of them in the theaters, man. I miss it. I miss going to a movie, being amazed, and enjoying a movie. It took the 2 theaters in my hometown down. Yeah, same thing with our drive-ins. A lot of these movie theaters, I mean, I've seen lots of them closing down. And it's because you can get on Amazon. Ultra Carzilla saying, "What's up, Captain?" And Mr. B also. But yeah, you get on Amazon, you can rent it. You can rent it for $4 or whatever. And it's like, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I would much rather sit down in the theater and watch in the theater. I got a monitor 16-inch in my car and just have a free show. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's really cool. Hell yeah. But it's just something I wanted to rant about, man. It's like, movies, they don't feel the same anymore to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if it's because I'm older, and it's like, I've experienced a couple of the original Star Wars movies, in my own time for the first time, movie screen. We've got an old theater here in town. It's more of a bar, but they play old movies every once in a while. And I have been pushing my 15-year-old son to watch some older movies. And like, he watched the first Back to the Future for the first time. And he's like, that was a great movie. And it was. It had a great story, beginning, middle, and end, kept you on edge. It's one of those movies where you walk away from and you're like, whew, that was awesome. That was a good movie. The first time watching Back to the Future, that's awesome. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of the movies now, they don't end like that. They don't have that on edge. I know Fast and Furious has tried, and those movies, the very first Fast and Furious was awesome in my eyes. It was a masterpiece. I thought it was a fantastic movie. It gave me Point Break vibes. If you guys remember Point Break with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze, gave me Point Break vibes, but I still enjoyed the movie a lot. You've got this cop, who ends up, kind of wanting to be with the bad guys, and anyway, I enjoyed Fast and Furious. However, the other Fast and Furious movies, it's like they try to keep catching that lightning in the bottle, and then they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, these other ones are not as good, in my opinion. And I just feel like they need to, put a little more effort into movies before we lose them. If every movie seems like a movie that could have been made for TV, it's probably going to be on TV, What we got? Fortunately, the drive-ins is still here. Oh, nice. But one of the theaters was an old playhouse. A beautiful, but wow. Here we go. What we got here? Aggressively relaxing. I love that name. Aggressively relaxing. I would point to how live music experiences have improved since the people who can make money off the art form and the people that can do it. I would point to how live music experiences have improved. Yeah, I agree with that. Like I like actually seeing that artist sing that song, and you could tell it's not being lipped. I know we watched who'd we watch? We were talking about a few Super Bowls back. Justin Timberlake hosted or did the music for the Super Bowl, the halftime show. And he's dancing all over this place, man. He carried it. And I thought it was fantastic. You know what I mean? I watch free movies on VideHut. Only work with Android. Okay. Here we go. Kevin Smith. Yeah, I love Kevin Smith. I would point to Kevin Smith touring his film and being involved. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, dude. If there's a new Matrix movie coming out and Keanu Reeves was at the theater talking about it, you know what I mean? People should be proud of the work that they're doing. I know Kevin Smith is one. I love Kevin Smith. Yeah, definitely. Since I didn't stay on last Sunday's live due to me going to Walmart, so I have no luck finding WWE Elite Royal Rumble 2025 wave, I would appreciate if anyone hooks me up with them. But yeah, so I mean, this was just I'm sorry, guys, but it's a rant. I guess it is. But I don't want to lose movie theaters, and I just wanted to see what a lot of you guys thought about that. And, I almost feel like, and there's no way I could stop it. I can't tell you guys, don't download a movie or don't, stream a movie because it's convenient and we all do it. But man, if we all would just go to the theater more, you know what I mean? I think it would help the theaters a little bit more because I'm going to really, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but like I used to roller skate a lot. You don't really see roller skating rinks anymore. Bowling alleys. You don't really see bowling alleys as much anymore. Drive-ins. You don't really see drive-ins as much anymore. And I would hate to lose movie theaters, man. I don't know. That's just my gripe, my rant for today. Picked up Jack and David from American Werewolf in London. Sweet, bro. Sweet. What's up, Left 4 Dead, man? Nice to see you. John Joker, what's up, man? Losing movies? What do you mean, brother? Hello, by the way. Hello. Let's see. I, too, don't want movie theaters to go away as the movies anticipated should be first experience in theater. Man, Ultra Cardizella, that's beautiful. That's exactly how I feel. Everybody say hello, JJ, and Left 4 Dead. Awesome. No, I'm just talking about, JJ, I'm just talking about how we have lost our drive-ins. We hardly have bowling alleys anymore. We hardly have roller skating rinks anymore. And the movie theaters are hardly playing that many movies anymore. And it's like, something's got to give, no pun intended. I know it's a movie, but something's got to give. They've got to either start making better movies or, I mean, I know we're going to stream regardless, you know what I mean? But it just, Neil Temple, welcome. Captain Spawny, well, squash my nuts. Oh my God. Hey, what's up? That's awesome. Nice to have you in my stream, sir. Neil Temple, welcome. So everybody's saying hello to everybody. Blue Eyes just walked in. What do you got?
A delivery from Doug and Kim, your early birthday present.
Oh my God. Can I see it? What? You guys got to see this. Speaking of movies. Wow. Check this out. Might be hard to see, but it's a Stormtrooper head bottle you put whiskey in, and the cups pour out Stormtrooper. What in the world? What? You told me I said thank you. Did they already leave?
Well, they were outside.
Oh, well, tell them I'm on the live. Unfortunately, I can't go out there, but
that's what I said.
Thank you. Wow, that's freaking awesome.
Well, you can call them here after you're done.
That's
Tell them
freaking
thank
awesome.
you.
All right, cool. What do you guys think of that? That's so cool. Very cool. How do you know? Well, you live in Ohio. Ready Player One is coming true like the movie. Oh, man. Cali has a lot of theaters. Drive-ins. Wow, that's awesome. Sprays air and water, I guess. Okay. Speaking of deliveries, my painted 1/8 scale head and 1/8 scale hollow. Oh, helmets have finally been shipped for Spartan. Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I said, it was just a rant, man. I'm going to the movies here in maybe about another hour. We're gonna go see Wolfman, for the people that just came on. And I was just talking about how I didn't even know what was playing in theaters, and like after you watch the trailers, because we had to watch a trailer for it. After you watch a trailer, it like damn near tells you what the whole movie is about. And it's like that kind of aggravates me because I wish I never would have watched the trailer. But it's like I just feel like the movies are not trying as hard anymore, and I just have not felt as impressed anymore with movies as I have in the past. So that's pretty much sums up what my gripe is for tonight. And like I said, I just wanted to share it. I wanted to share it with everybody. I was speaking to Blue Eyes a little bit about it, and so I'm just going to go live, see what the community thinks about those. Speaking of helmets, I just recently got an AT-AT pilot helmet for my collection. Mr. B, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing, bro. I wish I lived in the 60s, 70s. My hometown, they used to have 3 drive-in theaters. I'd like to experience that, but I guess they will make a comeback in 20 years. I hope so. I hope so, John, and I hope that there's movies that people are looking forward to seeing at the drive-ins in 20 years, because I feel like every movie that comes out immediately goes on digital, and I'm afraid that we're hurting ourselves by watching all these movies on demand stuff and losing our theaters. It's as simple as this can of beer, right? I can go to the store and pick up a 6-pack of beer, okay? No problem, right? But the people that are running bars, small bars, I see bars going out of business all the time. It's because, the convenience of just having a beer at home. You don't have to go to the bar. You know what I mean? And I feel like that same thing is happening with our theaters. I really do. And it sucks. I'm promoting Abigail and The Substance as 2 of the best horror films of 24. Okay. I haven't watched movies over 5 months since I last went and watched Alien. Yeah, I'd seen that in theaters too. And the main reason why I don't go to the movies is due to my busy work schedule. Okay. I agree. The Substance is crazy. I remember back in the day when drive-ins were everywhere. Now most are converted into storage rental areas. I know it's sad, man. It's sad. It sucks. After 2020, a lot of things have changed. Absolutely. I've not seen Abigail yet, so it was scary. Oh, man. Oh, no, you're saying it was so-so. Okay. It was so-so. I don't know. I just miss, like everybody getting together, going to the movies, and, people saying, I want to see this, but I want to see this. I want to see that. And everybody finally decides which movie they want to see. And it's like, now it's like, I don't even know what all's playing in the movies anymore. And I used to be on that. Like, man, I can't wait to see this. Can't wait to see that. People chat at your theater during the film. God, I hate chatty audiences. No, they don't. But I do kind of miss, and you're going to think I'm crazy, but I do kind of miss the drive-ins where you heard these people being a little too loud over here. Or you heard somebody driving through the gravel over here. Or that person's headlights was on, and I'm trying to see the movie, and they just drove by. You're supposed to turn your headlights down, right? And like sneaking your friends in the trunk and, sneaking in that illegal beverage, or just wishing that kid would quit crying over there. It sucks and it ruins the movie, but it was all part of the drive-in. So our kids are never going to really know about, man. It's like, it's a piece of history that we're losing. I wish we saw drive-ins. I really miss the drive-ins. JJ, 2020 changed things. 2020 was the first year of my life. Never went to the movie theater. Wow. Hi, Captain Spaulding. Like, if I asked you guys right now in the chat, what is the movie that you guys are looking forward to seeing in theaters in the next month? What would you guys say? What would you guys say if I was to say, tell me what movie you guys want to see in the theaters in the next month? The only thing I can think of is the new Captain America movie that's coming out in February, And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are other movies that you guys are really intrigued about, but I don't see them. Granted, using your stereo for sound at drive-ins is convenient. I really like pulling the sound box inside, hanging on the window. I have one in here somewhere. Daggone. I have one in here somewhere. And if I knew we were going to be, oh my God, I don't have it. I don't know where it's at. That's terrible. I can show it off to you guys. I have one. That's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do at the drive-ins. New Captain America looks meh. I'll still see it. Right. Okay, so here we go. Neil. That's a good point, Neil. That is a good point. So like I was saying before with movies, and I've been saying movies need to try harder because if a movie sucks, okay, like I've even noticed myself saying this. Yeah, the movie wasn't that good, but the visuals, the way it looked was awesome. Like I remember talking about Joker 2. I was like, that movie was not very good. But the visuals and the way the cameras were and stuff, it was pretty cool, you know? So we have better cameras now. We can do better visual stuff. We can also do CGI. So Captain America, for instance, that movie might blow. It might be terrible. But there might be some cool parts in it that are CGI related. We're like, ooh, I loved when he did this, or oh, I like how he fell, or how he threw the shield, or I liked how Red Hawk CGI. I loved how Red Hawk came at me and he did this and that and blah, blah, blah. Back in the older days, they didn't have CGI. They didn't have those badass camera views and stuff. All they had was a skilled actor, you know? And we don't have as many, in my opinion, we don't have as many skilled actors as we used to have, man. I mean, yeah, I have one, Mr. B, and I feel like it's like right over here somewhere. I used to have it hanging up. Shoot, I wish I had it somewhere close and show it to you. I will on my next stream. I'll pull it on my next stream. What about Thunderbolts for Fantastic Four, Ultra Carter? Joker 2 fillet of fish. Stole that joke. I love that. Yeah, JJ, I'll watch those. David Howard did a short film on YouTube, Joker's Wild. I'll have to check that out. Bro. But yeah, I feel like hold on. See what this is. Thanks for mentioning that, JJ, but I'm not sure recent MCU movies aren't as good as they used to be. Deadpool and Wolverine was that was one of the best movies I've seen in a while. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine a lot. Those need to be watched in theaters, Captain Spawn. That's what I'm saying. Like we're missing out. We're missing out when we watch movies at home. I feel like we're missing that. And like I said, when you're in a theater, you don't have somebody beside you looking at their phone all the time. You don't have people talking. You shouldn't have. It's in a dark room, and maybe I have ADD, but I want to be able to really pay attention to the movie. And those 2.5 hours, I'm concentrating on that screen in front of me. So Deadpool and Wolverine had the best dialogue of the year for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. My favorite scene was the car scene when they fought in the car. I love that scene. What about Superman? That's this year too, right? But I'm saying like all of these movies, and I agree with you, John. I want to see Superman. I really do. But all of these movies, it's not like when we were younger, and I know you're going to relate to this, John. When we were younger, all those movies would be playing around the same time. You look at that marquee, and you've got, you would have Superman and Fantastic Four, all these things that are kind of fighting for the spot, And now it's like every once in a while, one big movie pops, and it's cool, and that's probably what's saving the theaters. But I miss when there were a bunch of good movies. Where are the original ideas? I mean, a lot of these movies are remakes. Hell, Superman is a remake. I mean, I know it's James Gunn. I know it's going to be kind of a different spin, but let's see some new stuff. Like Mr. B said, we're getting lazy and we want to watch stuff streaming at home. I think we're getting lazy with the movies too. I think, we're missing out on good movies, good film, good stories. I mean, I've only seen a handful of really good movies here lately. 28 years later, I think that would be good. I enjoy the zombie movies a lot. Theaters here get packed. That's good to hear, man. California, that's good to hear. Here in Ohio, it's not, man. It's slow. There's only like 5 movies. We have a 10 theater theater here. It's got 10 screens, and there's like 5 movies playing. Let's see. Fingers, toes crossed. Superman is good. I dig the me too, and I love James Gunn. I hope it's good. Hope it's good. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning is another must watch. Hey, Brandon Looney Tunes, what's up, man? I only tolerate horror conventions for the crowds. I've been to one horror convention. It was called Horror Hound in Ohio, and it was a lot of fun, man. Me and Hayden went. It was great. No, you're not late, Brandon. It's cool. This is me just ranting about movie theaters and movies and drive-ins. And this is just one of those surprise lives that I was talking to my wife about. And I said, I'm just going to hop on here and see what the community thinks. Well, yeah, looks like you're not first this time. That's where you live. Where at? In Ohio or California? Then we're talking about California. We're talking about Ohio. Remember, Rebels, we had that writers and actors strike. That's true. Kind of messed up the batch of the movies that should be coming out. We will see it again from, I hope so, man. I pray, I really do, because like, I mean, I've always loved going to theaters, watching good movies. You're right. I mean, you do have a very good point there, John. And that's what I was trying to accomplish with this live, is to just have some other takes. I know what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I want to hear what you guys are thinking. And I want to hear different takes on what everybody's thinking. And is it just me? Am I just this 47-year-old man-child throwing a fit because I want my drive-ins back and I want packed movie theaters with awesome-ass movies? And, you know, I mean, because it's something I always look forward to going to the movies, you know? And it's funny because, like, Blue Eyes is like, you know, hey, we're going to go to the movies tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, like, I do love going to the theater, but, like, I can't think of a movie I want to see right now, you know? And it's like, we're going to go see this Wolfman. You know, we'd already seen the trailer. I feel like we've seen the whole movie already. It's like the only reason why I'm going to the movies is for the experience tonight. You know what I mean? Like, that's popcorn, hang out with friends, and watch a movie, you know? Mr. B, I love it. I love it. He says, it's you. It's you, Rebels. That's who it is. Hey, Clink, what's up, man? Just kidding, my friend. I know, but that was funny. That was good, Mr. B. That was good. Everybody showed love to Clink. But that's it, man. That's all I just wanted to see what everybody thought. Let's see what everybody's take is. I know, you know, this is a toy community, and I know, you know, sometimes I slide into reptile stuff. You know, I have no rules. We talk about reptiles sometimes, and we talk about, you know, we all love movies, right? We're all, you know, if we're toy guys, we all love movies too, because a lot of the movies are based, or a lot of toys are based on the movies that we love. So I figured I'd ask you guys. I'm just see what you guys thought. I love Julie Gardner, or whatever her name is from. Sorry. She's the mom in Wolfman. Okay, all right. Pod Racing Palpatine, welcome. Hello there. Times are changing, my friend. I'll get used to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Mr. B. I don't want to get used to. I'm throwing a fit. I'm throwing a fit, man. I'm throwing a fit. You know, like everybody's saying hi to Palpatine. Awesome. Like I was saying, I don't know. It's like time's going by too quick, I think. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm almost 47 now. And it's like, you know, I remember going to the drive-ins. I remember sneaking my friends in the drive-ins. I remember going to the drive-ins with girls. I remember going to the movies. You know, like movies was such a big deal. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like, I hate that we don't have the drive-ins anymore. I hate that the movie theater that we have only has a few movies playing. But then, like, when I look at new movie trailers and stuff, I don't really see that much that looks good. A buddy of mine said that they went to see Gladiator 2, watched half of it, and walked out. You know, so I wasn't impressed. I love the first Gladiator. I've not seen Gladiator 2 yet. I'm rambling. Let's see what you guys are saying. Not only I haven't watched movies too much, but I haven't watched TV shows that much either. And Terminator Zero anime was the last series anime I watched on binge. Watched as I got excited for it. It's cool. Me either, just enjoying the ride. Left 4 Dead, Mr. B. That's the same thing with series. I mean, Ultra Carterzilla's got a point. I haven't seen a really good series for a while. I mean, I love Sons of Anarchy. What's the other one I liked? Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad a lot. But I haven't seen any, like I've tried to watch The Boys. I like The Boys, but I haven't been that much into it. I haven't watched all of them yet. I enjoyed The Mandalorian, you know, but a lot of the other Disney ones were okay, you know, like Acolyte. And I didn't really care for Skeleton Crew as much. I know a lot of people did like Skeleton Crew. John says, I think the other issue, bro, is that everything went up that people prefer buying the digital at home and get to eat whatever they want, probably for cheaper when you have a family. And that's true. That is true. I mean, so do you think maybe they should lower the price of movie tickets? I mean, maybe they could do something. I mean, like if you think about popcorn, for instance, popcorn is so cheap to make. You know what I mean? You buy a bucket of popcorn for $10. It costs them 10 cents to make that bucket of popcorn. You know what I mean? They could cut corners a little bit, maybe make it a little cheaper. Most of the new films for this year are reboots or sequels, and I was saying that too. Left 4 Dead, I was saying that too. It's like, let's see some original stuff, man. Let's see something original. You know, twisted ends. I love when the end that you're expecting is not what happens. I love a good twist. I love a good jump scare. You know, I love a good movie. You know, something that makes you think. Terminator Zero is still my favorite anime after nearly 5 months, and Terminator Zero proves that Terminator did right than Star Wars, as Terminator Zero wasn't afraid to be a TVMA horror series. All the best movies I saw last year were anniversaries of old films. Right. Recent Star Wars show haven't been good, and they need to do a TVMA. Well, they could Ultra Carterzilla. It's just the problem is all those Star Wars movies were PG. You know, Episode 3 was PG-13. And like with Terminator, a lot of them Terminator movies were rated R. You know what I mean? So it was easy for them to jump into a TV mature. However, I would like to see. I mean, let's be honest. Who would not want to see Darth Vader accomplishing Order 66 and killing Jedis as TV mature? That'd be great, but I don't think we're going to see that, unfortunately. But I don't know. I just, like I said, I'm ranting today. I just wanted to talk to some people about this, see what they thought about theaters. Am I going nuts? Is it just me? You know, I would just like to see the theater business pick back up a little bit. You know, marquee lights, real bright, you know, advertising awesome movies that are coming out, you know. And maybe the writer's strike had something to do with it, like John said. You know, maybe that has hurt our movie industry a lot, you know. But I just remember big, you know, summertime movies, big hit movies everybody wanted to see. They need to move on from PG and start doing TV mature content. MCU proves that it wasn't afraid to do R-rated content with Deadpool and Wolverine. That's true. That is true. Yeah, you've got a point. I mean, you've got a point. I mean, but with Deadpool and with Wolverine, I mean, we can keep doing this all night. With Deadpool, Wolverine, like the original Deadpool movie was rated R. The one Wolverine movie, I can't think of what it's called. There's a Wolverine movie that was rated R. I can't think of what it's called. I want to say it's called Wolverine. The Wolverine, maybe. But that one was rated R also, so I don't believe it's as much of a leap as Star Wars, but what else we got here? Pod Racing Palpatine says, I love the cinema experience, but I have to admit the trip to the theater is incredibly expensive, and I agree. Like tonight, so Tuesday nights at our theater, it's only $5 to get in, you know, and it's super cheap, and that's why we're going tonight, you know, to get the movies. But it's like, I do believe that they can afford to make it a little cheaper, especially nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like I said, that popcorn and stuff, you know, it's not expensive to make. You know, soda is not expensive to make. The theater experience, I mean, I know they have to, like, I guess, rent that movie, you know, to show, which is not cheap, and I get that. MCU shows like Daredevil Netflix series was TVMA, and Echo series 2024 wasn't afraid to be TVMA. Yeah, I like Daredevil a lot. I don't know, but I mean, I'm trying not to get off subject too much, but I guess the ending of this live is I would like to see theaters continue generation. I like for my grandkids to be able to go to the theater with their kids. You know what I mean? And after seeing the driveways fall apart, or the drive-ins disappear like they have, you know, it's a sad thing. I mean, I remember going to the root beer stand. I don't know if you guys have root beer stands or not. Root beer stand, basically a place where you pull up, kind of like Sonic in a way, where you pull up and you order your food, they bring out chili dogs, you know, root beer, stuff like that. But there used to be root beer stands all over the place. We don't have those anymore. You know, drive-ins we don't have anymore. It's like it's almost like they're making us stay home in a weird way. They're controlling us with our laziness and making us stay home. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I like the option of going to a movie if I want to go to a movie, or drive-ins if I want to go to the drive-ins, you know? Disney owns a few of the franchises that are being released in theaters, And we know how Disney's reputation is going. Yeah. So that's my rant, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Anybody else got anything they want to say or whatever, please let me know in the comments here before I end this live and get ready to go see The Wolfman. I'm hoping it's good. Like I said, I've seen the trailer and I feel like I've already seen the movie, but we're committed. We're going with some friends. The Disney live action remakes aren't good either, and I sure as hell will not watch the Snow White movie coming in March. Oh, but Bob, okay. All right. I don't know. I just wish that we can make original stuff. Wish we could make some. No way, Carter. I just wish we could make some original stuff, right? Come on. Make some original stuff. Keep our theaters. Don't have us forced to stay in a house all the time, I don't know. I don't know. I would rather go to the theater and watch a kick-ass movie than try to watch it in my recliner, in the comforts of my home where I'm probably going to fall asleep or be disturbed with my wife's phone flashing or my dog barking or my son saying, "Hey, Dad, I got to hit pause." I would rather just go to the theater, dark screen or dark, badass screen, badass sound, sitting there with my junk food that I'm eating, watching a badass movie, where all my concentration is on that film. I agree. Cool. It's not White live action remake. Okay. I'll be watching The Inside of My Eyelids by then, Carter. I don't like that they make prequels to try and humanize bad guys. Wow. Why can't bad guys just be evil? You know what? I like that, Pod Racing Palpatine. I really do, because it's like they do that. They do make these prequels, like Anakin, for instance, where, he was forced to be bad. Darth Vader's forced. First of all, Darth Vader, when I was a kid, was the most badass villain there was, right? I mean, he was scary. He was bad. He was evil, And for them to, and I like the prequels. They're good. I feel like I've been not brainwashed, but I feel like I've been forced to like the prequels because there's so much cool shit in it. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Cool stuff in it. And I do enjoy the prequels, but you're absolutely right, man. They turned Darth Vader into, this kid that doesn't like sand, And it's like, that's something I really enjoyed about The Dark Knight is the Joker. Nobody knew anything about him. You know what I mean? Like, all the stories he told about how he cut his face was a lie, and all they found in his pockets was lint and, string and stuff. And like, they have no idea who he is. And I really don't want to see a prequel to who he was. And when we watch Joker 2, and I'm not saying it's Heath Ledger, and spoiler alert for anybody who's not seen Joker 2, but Joaquin Phoenix was not the Joker. He gets killed in the very end. The guy who kills him goes in the corner, cuts his face. I'm like, that is not the Heath Ledger Joker that I want to, I don't even want to envision that. I think that, to me, I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that as an origin of him, some, guy that was in the, the Arkham or Psych Ward or whatever that was and killed this guy, and I guess thought of him like a mentor. I don't know. I would rather not know where he came from. I would rather just know, hey, this dude's this dude's the Joker, or this dude's Darth Vader. This dude is pure evil. And that's, that's it. So I totally agree with whoever said that. Who was that? Was that Pod Racing Palpatine? Yes, it was. Pod Racing Palpatine. Thank you. I agree. I've got your back on that, Pod Racing Palpatine. Absolutely. It was society that made bad. Darth Vader to be even more badass. 500 Legion later considered T-800 Terminators. Okay. They're misunderstood. Yeah, that's not what I want to hear. You know what I mean? I want to just hear that they're bad. They're a baddie. I like Anakin's story. He just made bad choices. Like I said, I love the prequels. I do, but I don't know. I don't know how to. I love the Anakin story too. I like Clone Wars. I like all of that. but it made me think different of Darth Vader. It made me think different of Darth Vader. But I also do know, in Return of the Jedi, he did turn good at the end, so there was a good guy in there, eventually. The Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? I get it, but let's see. What's up, Rolando? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. What's up? Rolando, Utah Toy Hunter. Great seeing you, buddy. Ultra Carterzilla says, Left 4 Dead. Hi, Rolando. Walking Phoenix nominated for a Golden Raspberry for the role that won him an Oscar. Don't forget Dave's Dimension Live. Okay, yeah, Dave's Dimension Live tonight, 9 o'clock. Check him out. Show him some love. I would take the prequel trilogy over the Cannibal sequel trilogy. Right. Okay, so that's a good example. Let me use that, Ultra Carterzilla. Let me use that as an example real quick. You guys remember in the beginning of this video, I talked about the older movies back in the day. That actor had to sell it, right? The actor had to sell it because they didn't have CGI. They didn't have all the other stuff going on, right? And when you watch the movie, you either liked the movie or you didn't. And I really feel that revolved around the actor or actors in that older movie because they didn't have CGI or anything else. Nowadays, you can make the sequel trilogy, which I have my likes and dislikes about the sequel trilogy, but let's just say it wasn't as good as the OG or the prequel, obviously, right? Prequels. So the sequel trilogy, in my eyes, was not great. Okay. But the CGI and all the other stuff that's going on, all the visuals, pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Oh man, check that out. Kylo just did this, or Finn just did this, or look at how they're flying the Millennium Falcon. I'll tell you, one of the coolest scenes in those movies in Rise of Skywalker is when Poe is getting ready to, and it's so stupid too. Okay. Because you've got Finn and I can't remember the chick's name, but they're on the ship that's leaning sideways that they're riding horses on, and they're getting ready to fall off the ship. And Poe says, I can catch him. He's an X-Wing. I can catch him. And he's like, I'm fast. And Lando Calrissian says, not as fast as this ship. And the Millennium Falcon comes in and flies it. That was a badass scene. Movie, not so much. But visuals and CGI, it was pretty cool. So you can look back at that movie and be like, yeah, I didn't really like that movie, but I like this part. I like this part. I like this part. Nowadays, you could do that. So they could give you a movie that's absolute crap and give you some CGI awesome moments. And you may be like, well, I like this part. I liked how they did that. That was pretty cool. But those older movies, they had to work for it. They had to have a good actor that could sell that movie or it wasn't a good movie. And I miss these actors that try hard, Prequels became better after the sequels were released. True. Rolo. Saying hi to everybody, Rolando. You are the man. Aggressive, relaxing. Is it just Star Wars? There is no division in the story. Star Wars. There's no division in the story. Not sure how to answer that. Brandon, what's all you live in Ohio? I do too. That's awesome. Mr. B, hi. Oh boy, I hate Rise of Skywalker. So much as it was ripping off Avengers Endgame, fell miserably. I've never seen a bad Star Wars. Okay, here we go. Here's another point of view. Aggressively relaxing. I've never seen a bad Star Wars movie, and every single person who's ever told me they have always has an opinion on the next one too. So I guess what I want to say is there are good parts of the movie. Like, okay, let's say this for a minute. Okay. I didn't care for the sequels as much. Okay. I didn't. That's just my opinion. Okay. However, I loved seeing Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. I loved seeing them in those movies again, playing them roles again. Carrie Fisher died. It was awesome to see Han Solo and Princess Leia together again, arguing over the coat and all that. I love that. You know what I mean? So I can't say that I completely hate the movies, because if I did, then, I would, I would respect the whole thing with Carrie Fisher. I wouldn't respect Yoda. Yoda was in, was it Rise of Skywalker? where he no, it was Revenge of the Jedi. Yes, where he hits Luke with the cane. I love that. I love that scene. I loved seeing Yoda. I loved him lighting that tree on fire. So yeah, like I was saying, there are things in the movie that are good. You know what I mean? I'm just not a big fan of Rise of Skywalker, and I went through that rant before. The whole Emperor thing, I thought was thrown together way too fast. The storytelling in the sequels was terrible. But the visuals and use of real locations was good. Yeah. No, The Last Jedi, bro. Yeah, The Last Jedi. That's what it was. Last Jedi. Wow, that's what it was. I'm getting worked up. Anyways, guys, this is one of those streams where I just wanted to vent a little bit about movie theaters, about movies. And like I said, I was talking to my wife, Blue Eyes, about it. And I just thought, you know what? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Talk to the community about it a little bit, you know? And what I meant by are we losing movies? You know, are we losing the movies that, you know, are going to keep being good? Because it's like I've not seen very many good movies here lately. And I mean, like, you know, and you can go on like Netflix, for instance, and you've got walls of movies to choose from. You know what I mean? Like, we have so many convenience at home, you know, with the theater thing, you know, and how, you know, we can't. I would hate to lose a movie theater. Everything was great in the sequels except the storyline. See, that's what I'm saying. With all the CGI and all of the camera angles, the different kinds of cameras that we have now, the IMAX cameras, all that kind of stuff, you can make something that is eye-popping, stunning, you know, great to look at. Storyline, not so much. And, you know, and we have that, you know, but like, you know, you watch an older movie sometimes and you're like, damn, that was a good story, you know? I know, I just feel like the story, in my opinion, I feel like the storytelling is getting a little lazy. And I'm hoping that the price that we pay for that is not losing movie theaters and everything is streamed on Amazon and Netflix and Hulu and all that jazz. So that's where I was going with this whole live, to sum it up in a nutshell. That's how I feel, that, and I just wanted to see what everyone else thought about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you guys did, do me a favor, smash the like button. This video, I believe, is number 995. So 4 more videos, I'll be at 1,000 videos, guys, in the past 5 years. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys giving me the time to chit chat with you guys. And thanks for watching. Have fun collecting, and go to the movies. Tell me what you guys think of some movies. Tell me on Instagram if you've seen anything good lately. You know, in case you guys are watching this later on and was not live here in the chat, do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. Great seeing everyone. Thanks for the stream, Rebels. Thank you, Mr. B. Thank you for hanging out, my friend. Padres Palpatine. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Till next time, guys. Thank you. Have fun collecting. See y'all. See you guys.
Okay, open your eyes.
Whoa.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.